impressed of the hospitality of the Maldivians. So whether they are local or if they're from India or they're from Bangladesh, they're really okay. Salute and hands up are much. So as a matter of fact, so was the owner of the hotel graciously picked me up from the jetty, and I rode a motorbike once again, and right at the docking of the boat, he was there waiting for me. Isn't it that nice of being a stranger? You know, when somebody is lending hand to you, you feel so welcome. I'm so grateful. So thank you, God, for all these things that you've been giving me, and time to give back to others. Alright, so I'm right here in Malay, so back in the hotel where I stay. During my first during my first 48 hours. So here in the city, so the Maldives immigration, okay, tourists can only stay here on this part of the island, the capital city, for 48 hours. That's what I did on my first arrival here in Malay. I was here for 48 hours, and then I had to go to another island, which is in Maafushi, and that's the rule of the thumb. And as a matter of fact, it's not something that hotels here in Malay would fancy, because they only get the tourists for 2 days, and they said it's quite unfair. And I don't know the reason why. So they have all the tourists in the other islands, whether inhabited or habited islands. So I hope that changes, because that's for the benefit of the hotel owners here in the capital city, considering the capital city is just like in any parts of the world. This is where the concentration of people is. So this is where most of the jobs, most of the economy, okay, and apparently it's the rule of the thumb at this point in time. But the good thing is that so they loosen up a bit the requirements, as far as I remember and I understand, because during the time that I was planning this trip, they were a bit more strict when it comes to the movement of tourists. Now, as a matter of fact, you can move from one island to another island as long as you have this split stay form that the hotel you're staying will fill in, and then you will gonna do kind of like what I call this health screening. So which I did. So before I left the island yesterday, so the hotel in Maafushi, they did a split stay form, and they send it to the immigration, and that's for everybody. And then before they send it, you have to be seen by a doctor or a nurse practitioner. So that's why on the island there is a health center. So at around 4 o'clock yesterday, together with the hotel personnel, so we went to the health center. It's pretty simple, just like a safe protocol, temperature check, any symptoms, and then they stamp the form, hand it back to the hotel receptionist, and they scan it to the immigration. So that's the rule of the thumb. That is so traveling this time, particularly here in Maldives, is different. Of course, so it's new normal. Life must move on. So that's why we can't get everything in frozen situation. As a matter of fact, it has been 6 months since the pandemic. If I remember it right, the tourism here in Maldives was closed, together with the rest of the parts of the world. Of course, again, because of this COVID-19. And then they opened up I think 6 months ago they reopened. That's why people from Bangladesh, people from India, most of them go to Maldives, particularly in the southern part of India, which is pretty close here. So they return and start working once again. Could you imagine? So the economy of Maldives is not only for the local people, but also for the neighboring nations such as India and Bangladesh. I'm pretty sure there's some people from Sri Lanka as well, because it's pretty close to Maldives. Alright, so it's about 9, I think 9:30, and I will leave the hotel and going to walk till to the hospital and do another COVID testing. So that COVID testing is a requirement of the Maldives immigration. Anybody leaving the nation, you gotta have this COVID testing for that is valid for 72 hours before you board on the plane. Incidentally, and it's a blessing in disguise, as a matter of fact. I'm looking at the bright side of the coin. Turkish Airlines Turkey so now has been requiring I think starting December 30th, they started requiring passengers entering Turkey, whether you are transiting, connecting, layover or stopover, or visiting the nation, you gotta have the negative RT-PCR testing. Used to be now just like the United States. I think it's because of this new variant of COVID. See how fast change happened? It wasn't a requirement when I was planning this trip. But as I said, it's blessing disguise actually. So I'm already set to do another COVID testing because I know it's a Maldives requirement. Even before going here, I know it's happening, but I didn't know about the Turkish Airlines, Turkey in general. So I got the information. Actually, I heard it from the news first when I was in Maafushi. No, actually, yeah, when I was here in Mali during my first 2 days. So there's a change, but I didn't freak out because I know I'll be actually doing it because it's a Maldives requirement. Alright, so it's things are happening the way I think I envisioned in our plan, and thank God for that. So things are happening the way that has been planned, and hopefully should be always the case. Alright, leave it to God. Once again, traveling is not arriving to a new destination. It is looking at the world in a different perspective. Keep the smile and the world will smile at you. Cheers, be safe, bye, and God bless everyone.